Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Celebrity Cars and this 2017 Bentley Bentayga. It's beautiful. I've had a little confusion on how to pronounce that name. But anyway, welcome to Celebrity Cars, folks. We're located in Las Vegas, just off the strip, 7770 Dean Martin Drive. We've got muscle cars in here. We've got a whole bunch of German Porsche. We got Porsches all over the place. We've got Corvettes. We've got muscle cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Chevelles, Camaros. You got to come check us out the next time you come into town. But you clicked on this 2017 Bentley. This is a really nice one, folks. It's all black. Got the fancy polished aluminum rims. The interior's black with some really, really attractive stitching in it. And it's in surprisingly a really nice condition because, you know, don't get me started on black, and especially in Las Vegas and dust and all that kind of stuff. But I got most of the dust off. But hey, it's black and it's been driven. So obviously it's not a 10 of 10 paint condition wise. Is it about a 9? Yeah. It's just the normal road wear that you'd find if you know, driving down the highway. You leave here, you head to California, you're bound to hit a couple bugs, and you know they leave a couple normal road wear things. That is just like a normal road wear. Now, my job is to point out those little things, which quite frankly is a pain in the butt to talk about with black cars. But my job is to show you where the gouges are, where the scrapes are, where the ding is, where the dent is, blah, blah, blah. You get all that. So the cool thing is that this car kind of sort of doesn't have any of those things. It's just normal road wear. Little bug splatter that didn't get cleaned off in time, so it left a little mark. Little itty bitty chips from just driving down the highway. I think there's barely a mark from getting in and out of the trunk, but we'll look at that together. The chrome pieces on the front grille are all in fabulous shape. None of these are broken. Didn't hit anything flying through the air to break any of it, so it's all in one piece. The lower one as well. To not find more nicks and little itty bitty marks from normal wear and tear is kind of surprising on this vehicle. There's a lot of chrome to cover up a lot of this black, which is good design. But there are just a couple little itty bitty chips and stuff from just normal driving that you'd find on any car. Nothing drastic, so I might repeat myself, but that's what you get here. You might be over in New York City right now and you've been looking for a black sucker with black interior and this particular stitching. This is the one for you. And if you're super inclined to have a perfect car, and if it's not perfect, you want to know, you know, how quote unquote perfect it is, that's why I'm here. I'm just trying to help you. So, Quincy, if we could, let's do a great big look down at the hood. And I'm just going to let you run with it because, yes, there's a couple little marks in it. I've been watching the videos after we do this quite a bit, and unless, you know, there's some kind of dissection with fancy focus on these videos, you're not going to see what I'm talking about. I've learned that. So I'm just going to play a little bit here. I'm going to keep my hands far away. There's a small mark right there. You know what, Quincy, I'm going to let you just focus on that one right there and the couple little itty bitty, super small, smaller than a pinhead little white marks. Folks, that's as bad as you get here on this car. That's as bad as it gets. And that little mark right there, your detailer will make disappear in a heartbeat. So in other words, I have great news for you potential Bentley Bentayga buyers. This is a good one, okay? The black is in really, really nice shape. Call your favorite detailer and say, hey, I got this fancy new black car, and you're gonna have to give them a lot of money to make it look perfect. But if you don't need it to look perfect, it's pretty darn close to perfect as it is right now. This is one of those bugs that I told you about. See, you hit one of those suckers driving down the road, you don't get it off in time, leaves a little bit of a mark for your detailer to get later on down the road. Yes, folks, there's a couple more little itty bitty marks just like that. Am I gonna point them all out? Heck no. It's too nice of a car. And you know, if you got any more questions, you give us a call. We'll point them out to you, but this video is already going to be longer than it's supposed to be. Let's work our way down the passenger side of this vehicle. We'll start off with the front passenger side wheel. And I don't see any curb rash, folks. I see it just being super nice and shiny. Even look at the barrel, the reflection in the barrel, the brake calipers, the covers, nice and shiny black. It's awesome. I've already looked down both sides of this car. There are no dings. I've got a small fingerprint mark right here that your detailer would get out. There's another bug that fell out, or a bird that took a crap, and it didn't get off the car just in time, so your detailer will be able to make that go away for the most part. I don't think totally, but you can barely see it, and you would have never seen it unless I told you about it. The rest of the car back here is beautiful black. All the, the bumpers, the body panels, they line up beautifully. Here's your rear wheel and tire. Super nice. I don't see any curb rash on this one either. Come around here to the back. I'm going to open up the back here real quick just because I won't forget. There you go. That's pretty attractive in there. Charcoal black carpet, all in super, super nice shape. It looks like it's been used before, but barely. I'll give you a barely. All right, and I hit this really cool bump right here, and that should close up for me. It's good. Now, I like to talk about back bumpers here. You're going to be loading your stuff in and out of the car. How many abrasions are back here? Little to none. Chrome molding, beautiful. In here, nice and beautiful. The whole rear bumper here looks terrific. Nobody's backed in anything. There's no spider webbing. There's no surprises. The exhaust system looks great. The rear glass has got a real nice, deep, dark tint to it. Super sharp. Up top looks good. I see lots of nice, shiny paint up there, and I presume it's all free and clear of any disturbances, but that looks really good up there. Tail lights look good. All the lenses look good. Here's your driver's side rear wheel and tire. There's a mild mark here, but I wouldn't call it curb rash. And little clear coat kind of thing going on here, but it's super, 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 super mild. Just telling you. You wouldn't be able to see it unless you were down here on your knees and your face 12 inches from it. So just letting you know. My eyes are shooting up the driver's side, rear door, front door. This is just a super, super beautiful car. This chrome strip is super sharp. The wheel wells and cavities look good. Again, I don't see one ding, not one little ding. The side mirrors look good with, a 10 out of 10. I'll give this a 9.9 just because it's been driven. And here's your front wheel and tire. And this looks great. Little extra dirt left over. Barrel's nice and shiny. You know, I give all these wheels a 9.8 out of 10 because they're pretty, they're clean all the way through. The barrels are nice and clean too. So that looks real sharp. Okay, I'm going to walk around and open all of these doors while you start to gaze at this tan colored, I think, or cream or tan colored stitching, which I find to be extremely sharp. It carries through the rear of the car, on the back seats as well. I'm going to open this up just for light reasons. So we get a lot of light in this interior so you can see it better. Because the window tint on the sides are pretty heavy, so it's kind of hard to see in here, isn't it? Folks, this leather is, let me just say, quite a few steps above an American-made leather interior. I had to say it, and I know you're all sitting at home laughing at me right now. Yeah, this is real stuff. This is like a conglomerate of different leathers. It's just really, really super. The stitching is worth what this car is worth already. I mean, it's just absolutely outstanding. The design back here is just beautiful. So many ways to make you and your family comfortable. It's just crazy. It looks like you've got your separate air back here. I don't even know what all these buttons do back here, but pretty fancy stuff. Everything is in super, super wonderful condition. And it looks like you can see through the roof. And there's a screen here, I guess to, you know, a little sunshade. How about that? Wow. Wow, this is quite the machine. I don't see one blemish in the doors. I don't see one, oh, okay, here's a, no, that's just goop. Nah, you don't need to come over here. It's just a little goopy substance inside the door here that just a detailer can get cleaned up. But you know how you see a bunch of those scratches, heavy scratches climbing in and out of the car, folks? You know, the passenger side, driver side, you know, there's chrome plates there. It's just some mild abrasions, but nothing like you normally see. The wood here so far that my eyes are gazing over, all of it's in one piece and is in absolutely beautiful shape. I'll address this section once we get it and go for a ride. Everything is as clean as a whistle. And I see there's no fancy buttons, move the seat back and forth, heated seats, blah, 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 blah. Crazy, crazy. Okay. Let's just stick my nose in here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep. Super beautiful. And climbing into the driver's seat, like I said, there's barely even any marks climbing in and out of this one either. Now, I've only moved this vehicle, folks. I've only moved it around the showroom. I haven't had a chance to drive it down the road yet, but we're going to get to that in just a moment. Right now, we're going to pop the hood and see what the power plant looks like, but we're going to make sure this does everything it's supposed to do. Brakes, doesn't shake, you know, the wheels bent, blah, 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 you know, all those kinds of things. So we go for a quick ride around the block to make sure everything's cool. There's your 6.0 liter twin turbo V12. Very nice and clean, very well kept. Okay. Gonna close this up. Gonna close the rear. All these things work terrific. And we'll be right back. We're gonna go for a ride around the block, make sure it does everything it's supposed to do. Okay, here we are. We're back in this 2017 Bentley. And I'm looking, sometimes, you know, you get some cracks in this wood. And I'm just looking around to make sure out here in the sunlight, I don't see any cracks in the wood. And it looks pretty darn good. I just hit the start button and it started up, and I bet you barely heard any of that. It's pretty quiet. The odometer shows, folks, 14,543 currently. Got the temperature outside, it's got all these RPMs, got all these extra gauges, got your navigation, fancy radio, all these presets going on here. This is about as luxurious for a Bentley SUV as you can get. Super, super sharp. The leather is very beautiful to just simply look at. We had the leather conversation earlier. We're in a Bentley, so. All right, my foot's on the brake. I'm going to engage drive, and let's just make sure that this is safe. Oof, off we go. Let's use the brakes here at about 40 miles an hour. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this is a big car. Your brakes better be doing what they're supposed to be doing in order to stop this sucker. But no, this is. I'll say it again. This is a Bentley, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You don't get a whole lot better than this. Foot's back on the brake, or gas. Super quiet in here. Not one rattle. Not one donk. Here we go. We'll get on the accelerator a little harder this time. I'll keep my mouth shut. Wow. Well, folks, like I said, when it comes to luxury models, Bentleys are pretty difficult to surpass, and this is nothing different when it comes to this particular model. Mush, comfort, no bumps, no noises, just full-on exquisite luxury like you're supposed to have in purchasing a vehicle like this. I've got nothing bad to say. Nothing. It's gorgeous. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. 702-818-1031. Give us a call. You can have it inspected, pre-purchase inspection if you like. Any of these things that you'd like, we'd be happy to talk to you about. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.